Cut the music. George here, the man that needs no introduction. So, I should try and be more modest. So, what I decided to do today is to bring to you a video about how to upgrade VASL. So, this assumes that you already have a version of VASL and you want to install it and not get rid of your previous modules. Now, the reason why I want to do this is because, as you can see here on the VASL site, as in VASL, um, there has been quite a few bug fixes, 40 in particular, and it's worthwhile having. Now, I've experienced some of the bugs in the previous version, like the line of sight button being grayed out and whatnot. So what I'd really want to do is install this new version, which is 666, may I dare say it, and see what we come up with. Now, VASL 666 is built with VASL 3.6.14, which makes a few new VASL features available. So let's see on the VASL site, VASL and VASL, kind of confusing, but it's all right. Let's see which is the latest version. So I think we got to start by getting the latest version of VASL first, and let's get it. There it goes in downloads. So I'm downloading version 3.6.15, and we're drinking a little bit of coffee. And this site is really well made, and it's unfortunate that not all game publishers allow their games to be played on VASL. There's really no AI to it, and it requires ownership of the game in order to know the rules and in order to play it. And all it is, it's a platform to play everything remotely. It's an alternative to email, I suppose. And so let's go to our downloads and open VASL. I might be having some lag difficulty. Well, the other way to get it is to go to your file explorer and look at downloads. Bring up the window in a second. So when you go to your downloads, this is Windows 11. So when you go to your downloads and you have everything as per date modified, you'll get the latest upload or download here, and you can double click on it and subsequently minimize this window. Now, Windows is very protective of non-Microsoft publishers, so you'll get this message. You just go to More Info and say Run Anyway. And it's better to run things out of your downloads folder than straight from the web for one reason or another. I get another user control message. I can't show it to you. Oh, maybe I can. Here it is. And just say yes. And now you get the VASL setup, and you want to click next. And instead of choosing standard, because you want to keep your previous versions of VASL available, you want to pick custom and go to next. And you want to keep the previous version, so you don't want to remove anything. If you're no longer playing a particular module that is no longer compatible and you're not playing with it, you can remove the previous versions. But I want to keep all the previous versions because from time to time I do play Classic Squad Leader and Cross of Iron, you know. So let's go to next, and you pick the folder and somewhere in your program files. It does that automatically for you. Go to next. And I prefer to keep a shortcut on my desktop and in my start menu, so I keep those features on. select the Start menu folder. So we have it under VASL, that's good. And install. So that's the first thing we do is install VASL and keep the previous versions in case you want to play any other war game that is no longer compatible with the most recent version of VASL. Cheers, guys. This looks like a left-handed cup because my employer's logo is on the other side. I gave my cup to my son. I'm gonna get him a couple more. So let's run it. 3.6.15. So now I got my version 3.6.15 and I have up to version of 665 for VASL. Here you see a game I originally bought back in the late 70s, early 80s, late 70s. Operation Pegasus, Operation Mercury, The Invasion, Grand Tactical uh, by Crete, Grand Tactical Series Crete. Uh, Recently I played a little bit of Napoleon and Waterloo. Modern Battles, Golan and Ardennes 44th, 3rd edition GMT games. Kind of games that I own, except for SPIs and a NAPI. Don't have that one. Well, a friend does. A friend in Poland, I suppose. Alright, so since we got that, now we can go to our browser and go back to VASL and go to downloads. There it is. And we want to download version 6.6. Yeah. 6.6. I'm pretty sure that Reamer is a rocker. Uh, well, there it is. Look at that. And everything should be pretty much automatic. Let's open it up. It's zipped. Okay, so let's go to our downloads folder again. VASL 6.666. Okay, so let's go to our downloads folder, and you want to right click on that because it's a zip file, and we want to extract all, and now we want to pick a file path, browse, and we want to go to documents, and we want to go to VASL here, and here's the different versions that I have. So I can name this VASL V666. Select folder. I need to create a new uh, a new folder, so I'll call that folder VASL V666. Enter. I've selected it, and now everything should be uh, in there. Extract. Got it. All right. Once that is done, we go to back to big double S VASL, and go to File, Open Module, or New Module, New Module. And you can't see my desktop, but on my desktop, not a new module. That's in case you want to make another game. Hey, I'm recording everything live. So let's see, File. open module. And then I want to go and select VASL 666, just like so. Open. And here it is working. Processing images. So now there are quite a few bug fixes. Like I said before, according to the website, there's over 40 known problems that are resolved. We can go over them. Hey there, now what you need to do is click on the module, I believe, and right click and add extensions. Make sure you point it to the right extensions. And I have here my extensions. Um, and we can open it up and see if that did the trick. There we go. I double clicked on it. So we can start a new game offline, and you can turn off this wizard if you want. Yeah, and let's pick a board, and we can give it a little test run. There you go, board 1, classic board 1. The guard's counterattack, classic scenario. And tractor works right here. So now I'm gonna size it so you can see everything. I have a special preference where I can have, I can have this board hex, the board window, the chat window into different windows. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I have dual display. So my laptop and on another monitor. I'm pretty confident that some people may have 2 or 3 monitors, especially those that are also into flight simulators, I suppose. Here are my overlays, and let's see if I still have my good old units. If not, I'm going to have to install uh, all the other extensions. Well, you pretty much do that by, oh, I think I have everything. Often SS as well. But let's go back to ordinary Germans. As you can see, I have certain support weapons that are from other games, and look kind of neat. And the other thing you want to look into is your overlays and your charts. I think I got everything. I got the Frantier, Bounding Fire Productions. That looks good. And I only had to add extension once. It looks like it already picked up my my board's directory automatically, which is great. So if we put now a squad down here, right, and we right click on it, movement trail, Control U, that's something new. So for those of you that move units and then forget how many movement points you expended, it's a nice way to trace your track. But this feature comes from the classic game, where in the classic game there was no notion of first fire and final fire and final protective fire. So I turned on my tracking, and I could see that unit moved 1 to there, 2. Let's see if I move in bypass, what's going to happen. 3 in bypass along that hex, and 4. There you go. And then to turn it off, you just click on it again. Let's see how it works for vehicles. Let's just pick any ordinary vehicle, put them down there, spin them around, turn on the movement trail, and you can go. Starts for 1, 2, 3, 4, change 4, 5, change covered arc, 6, 7, 8. It would have been great if there was a counter here or an indicator that my covered arc changed. 8. And let's see if we move it 16, what happens? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Well, there's no way of knowing how many movement factors that AFE has. I'm getting confused with movement trail. There you go. That's a couple of the features, and we can test them out just briefly. So here, inconsistent use of third die. I never use a third die. Yeah. Jumble display, multiple chat window displays fixed, identifying conflicting extensions. Chatter plus 2.21 extension in particular should be deleted. I'm not sure if I have it. Setting color of single die is re-enabled. So if I have here, hey, it's all blue. So if you go to File, Preferences, and you want to see a couple of things that are true, opponent's going to mask my pieces at any time, auto report move, prompt log, ask to ensure, let's go by one. Preferences, there's English, Chinese, Dutch, French, German, Italian, Japanese, and Polish. That's okay. Override font size. It's fine. Remember main window size between sessions. I wonder why it's like cut off there. Okay, good. Ask wizard questions at start. Some things are like cut off here. General auto trails in error log. Yeah. Ask logging, prompt log save, auto report moves. Opponents can unmask my pieces. Use combined application windows requires restart. And I have that unchecked so I can have everything in a separate window. JVM axiom heap, mouse drag, center on opponent's motion. So if you want to pay attention to your opponent, you can click that, or you can each agree not to use that feature because some people find it distracting. Reverse left or right order of pieces. Center sensibility, scroll, use arrow keys to scroll. Disable automatic stack, use combined control, key, delay. I'm fine with all that. That's my password. Warn when using legacy load continuation. It's fine. Sounds. I don't have any sound. Server, VASL. This is the space around the VASL map, and you can choose a various amount of colors. Look at this. Swatches, HSV, HSL, RGB, CY. So this is the space around my map, which is the same color as what you see here. That's all good. This is my board directory, picked it up right off the bat. Opponents highlight center on map, show red circle on map. That's fine. Disable full color stacks. Get DRM random numbers from random.org. It used to be in another feature, but this is a good feature to have. I like it. Show detailed dice stats. You can do that and test it out. Player mode menus is player window menus toolbar chat is always on top of in combined application mode. Yep, that's okay. Um, thread color, snap to grid, retain loss hindrance counters, toggle with shift F10. Let's test it out and see what that is about. Um, hindrance thread, I like yellow. Blocked is red for me. Verbose is great. Verbose loss, it tells you, explains to you why you don't have loss. So that is something I'd like to have. Environment, that's for ETO. Dice over map, I like Army Rust. DR font color is black. Players panel background color. Players DR panel caption color. I might change these around. I heard that you can change them to reflect the color of your opponent. Chat window, I'm not going to change that for now. And extensions, that's the extension um, directory. So that's why I had all the um, extensions. So that looks pretty good. And in terms of loading up a legacy um, game, let's see. Close game, no. Oh, look at this. This is nice. Look at the color of the font. It all works. All right, now, uh, open recent. Check that out. I don't have any recent. This is a new feature with 3.6.15. Great stuff. New game, load game. Let's load a legacy game. I want to load something from Starter Kit. Let's load this one. No, it looks like everything's great. And I'm gonna probably do a solo game here. See what the heck is going on. Yep, sneak preview, guys. Didn't give me any problems, and I already loaded a game done by the previous version. So, a quick overview of everything here. Incorrect display of sniper highlight for both DR and little DR is fixed, and that I did notice, but I didn't mind it at all. And it's basically if you rolled uh, a 1d6 and it was your sniper roll, it would say sniper check. No, it's not a sniper check. And notice it's not. It's been repaired. Okay. And background color for players, opponent text boxes. We saw that. Setting color for single dice is re-enabled. Overlay bugs. Overlays added via the board picker method. Traditional that overlap two boards were placed adjacent to another board caused a crash. I didn't never experience that bug, and I only recently found out that you can do your overlays from from the very get-go instead of picking them later, and that was a really handy feature. Hotkey listing and help. The document has been updated to include new changes and keystrokes. That's great. That's welcomed. Remove all pin TI has been fixed to include human wave, bonsai, and lax counters. I've never experienced that. And plus ACQ, it has been added to light mortars and recoilless rifles, I suppose, which were forgotten in 6.6.5. Foxholes and trench counters were negating line of sight H and grain and brush hexes and loss checks. This is fixed. Great. Terrain SSR dialog, selecting DTO. I haven't played ETO at all. Loss bugs, that's great. Loss bugs have been corrected. Loss button grayed out permanently is fixed. I hope so. That I did incur. Casualty bin, sending a half squad to the bin with the CR and send button no longer sends SDQ to the bin. RF, when adding gutted factory overlays, roof location is now removed in loss. Great. Uh, night and other vision shaders were added. The full board size, even when the board was cropped, no more. I didn't know that existed. Missing free French Piat and radio counters added. Great. The folks that like to play the free French are going to be delighted. Some conscript green squads and half squads are not ELRing properly. This is fixed. That's important. Most finished broken squads and switching to unbroken half squads were using SQHS. This is fixed. Some finished counters have improved images. Let's look at a finished squad. I know it's starter kit. There's no fins in the starter kit. Let's go to finish. Here we go. Let's take a look at their counter. I like that sniper. We can zoom in, take a look at it, and let's look at a squad. 548s. Where are they leaked? They don't cower, I don't think. 548s. Yeah, it looks a little bit prettier. Very nice. Very nicely done. Let's continue with a quick overview. More robust marsh or water transformation is implemented. Light woods, Japanese, and CPVA. Mouth gun no longer repairs it. Moving a mouth gun no longer repairs it. Stuff that isn't a bug fix. Drop zone St. Mary de Glees counters are added. Thanks to Allen Bills, known minefield counters are added. A new transformation is available to make all buildings single story, ASLSK. More of the traditional overlay files will now auto-update, and more traditional overlay files will now work with loss checking. Oh, great! Including hedge, hill, and building overlays. Well, due to good work of Allen Bills, there are a few new things in 666 non-in-place guns. Now, non-in-place guns by selecting non-in-place from the counter drop-down menu or by using Alt-Shift-E. Shurzen, for those vehicles listed in D11.2 as having optional Shurzen, the player can now select Shurzen from the counter drop menu. The movement shell, which I just showed you, a consequential change of Chinese counters, their death keystroke is now Alt-R. Oh well. And VASL 666 changes. Recent games menu, which I really like to have. It helps me find the game much more quicker. New font size and style context menus, pop-up menus are now tidier, and users can pick their font size. The font size, go file, preferences, general override, default font size. I'm pretty good with that. We should use at least 3.6.14 to run this version of VASL. I am now officially on 3.6.15. So I'm happy. And it's good to be happy on a Saturday morning. And I took up another 30 minutes of your time. And I hope this video was useful for you and that everyone will upgrade to the latest version of VASL. Special thanks to Doug Rimmer out there and all the team on VASL that have done all this great work. I can tell you also that I did see an episode, a podcast on YouTube for 2.5 Squads where they did feature Doug Rimmer, where he went into a lengthy interview explaining what VASL is and all the new features that they implemented, all the bug features. It's, I think, an hour-long podcast or YouTube video, and you should take a look at it as well. And in the meantime, I like to traditionally, I thank everybody that is subscribed to the channel. Thank you one and all. The ones that have been here from the start are doing an excellent job recommending the channel and growing it. And the new folks that are here, I want to welcome each and every one of you on board. And thanks for subscribing and watching the videos. I greatly appreciate it. Take care and have a great week ahead. If I don't see you during Easter time, I wish everybody a happy Easter. So long for now.